You'll come. I know you will.
My parents are gonna be real mad at me. Please, just wait a little bit. I promise. He'll come.
I always feel awkward during reunions. Meeting someone after a long time, it's so emotional. I stepped aside once Joel came to our meeting and met with Amy. Would he still have come if Amy wasn't in danger? I don't even know. I'm just glad he came. I need some answers. The note you gave Amy, I mean, that lead, you and your AI friend, that was a dead man switch. Or so I thought. See, the Fox orchestrated both my capture and my release. She wanted to get my loyalty, so she tricked me into believing... Wow, she tricked me into believing that she was my savior. She wanted me to believe that we were on the same side, fighting the CI and unraveling a conspiracy. Wait, so Alex's mom got you captured so she could trick you and get you on her side. And she did it to put you into play. My capture was not only a way to trick me, but also a trigger meant to set you on your path. Amy gave you a note that guided you to an AI that the CI would help. What? Amy gave you a note that guided you to an AI from the CI that would help you along the way. Mask. But Mask became so much more. Casey, I'm glad you think the same way I do. Though your AI, through your AI, I should say, she had a way to find you. It was a tool you used, but she never intended to help you reach your own goals. Rather, it was a way to help her. She needed your help after she ended up in a sleeper cell. How did that happen? I mean, how was she captured? Oh goodness, it's so loud. I don't know the details, but she went way too far with playing games in her sleeper cell program. Bit off a bit more than she could chew. She was counting on my help, but I figured out I was being tricked and abandoned her. I guess I also wanted revenge too, but for her to suffer for what she did. I can imagine how furious she is about that. She tricked us in believing that she was some kind of savior, a leader we could trust, but all she really wanted was to use us as puppets. She didn't win, though. Did she? We didn't become her own personal army. Or did we? Casey, I can't honestly tell you whether or not this game of hers is over yet. For all I know, we might need to cut ties to everyone and everything we care about. Might that be worth it, though? Well, I mean, we've almost succeeded in that already, haven't we? I guess. Do you know the reason why I didn't get in touch with you? I mean, though I'm not sure if it matters anymore. Maybe it does. At least, it might give us both some peace of mind. Holy shit, this is so loud. Okay, I need to turn this down. Down. Be turned down. Hopefully that'll be enough. Maybe it does, at least, might give us both some peace of mind. I was a coward. The Fox presented me with a reality that just wasn't right. I trust you, Liza.
And that trust is a rare commodity in this world.
Our relationship has always been professional, and we've... What am I doing? What am I even doing with myself? We've always tried. We've always talked about anything other than our tasks here at the CI. I like it when our relationship is purely pragmatic, and I like it even more when it works.
You might say that we've been beneficial to each other, without the sacrifice that it sometimes takes to support others.
Speaking your mind is with a cheeky smile. It's just like you. I'd like to fill you in on some classified operations, if you know what I mean.
So, you were still keeping some secrets, even from me?
Surely you're not that surprised. You're hardly a god. You're part of a team that finds and catches the dangerous individuals.
Am I not helping the agency do that already?
The difference is that what happens when we catch them. The operation I'm talking about will need to step over some boundaries in order to reach their goals.
Surely you're not talking about anything illegal, are you, Londo?
I'm talking about what is necessary. You know as well as I do that we sometimes need to think outside the box to reach our objectives.
Manipulating skilled hackers into luring us to even more hackers. Then we put the ones we didn't need on ice, putting them in sleeper cells under false pretenses. We could be doing so much more. There's so much unexplored potential. I can't guarantee the safety of your little sister, just your own safety. But if you work with me, everything will be fine. Trust me, all other options would lead to a catastrophe. I spent years searching for a way to leave the CI, not because I didn't align with their views or what they were doing. It's because I wanted to be free again. At last, I can experiment a little.
You stepped over the line.
What do you mean? You're the one who told me to work outside the box.
I'm not talking about that, Liza. You know it.
Then what?
Your little puppets.
I've always been able to help myself when I find an interesting toy.
Saying that you acted on your own wasn't meant to be praise. In fact, I'm disappointed in you.
That's hard to hear from you. Please explain.
You made one of your lab rats work for you. Not for the CI, but for you. You used his circumstances not to proceed any further in your work, but to make him your own little puppet. You used the agency for your own ends. The sleeper cell program wasn't meant to create a personal army of brainwashed kids for you. I expected you to be tough. I expected you to be manipulative, but I didn't expect and will not tolerate you stealing from us.
I didn't steal anything from the agency.
You used one of those kid hackers we captured for your own personal gain. Now, we have an asset out there in the wild who doesn't answer to us. You're the only one taking orders. They're only taking orders from you. Manipulating him as part of your job is different than using him for your own time. What were you thinking? You became a bigger threat to us than any of the hackers. We were responsible for capturing. Do you think I can let this pass? I can't let you walk away from this, nor can I allow you to continue working here.
It sounds like you've already planned my execution, and you've closed the doors on any decision.
You've known me too long to not know what to expect. It is time. It is times like these that I hate my job. I never wanted to lose you. I'm sorry, Liza.
What will happen to my Alex, my son?
I'll make sure he's taken care of. That's the least I can do, after all the work you've done for us. He'll be close, but never close enough to know the truth.
Thank you. And I'll make sure that you regret doubting me, trying to throw me away. I'll be free again, and when that time comes, I'll show you what I'm really capable of. You're far more condemnable than I am, Londo, and I'll expose those disgusting parts of you to the world.
Look, I let her use me. She was behind the CI taking me into custody. She tried to use the sleeper cell program at the CI to her advantage. Think about that for a second. Back when you gave me that footage you obtained, don't you think it was just too easy to hack the security camera? I don't know. Was it? Wake up. You're a good hacker, but you're not world class. You were just willing to take the risk. And that's how you managed to get us to where we are now. Sipping water. She used us. All of us. Was it a trap from the beginning then? The server you accessed was a honeypot. It was the same kind of trap with the same kind of bait that you and your partner set up. The only difference is that it wasn't public. It was a test. The only ones who could get in were hackers. And that was the Fox's plan all along. Set a trap and get someone to fall into it. But you didn't. I didn't? What do you mean? You didn't fall for the trap back then. I did. You gave me the footage and the details of how to connect. I thought I'd stumble onto a massive conspiracy. Hackers being put into sleeper cells. That was true, but the information we found about it was a trap. The red-haired witch deceived me. She made me think that, I don't know, we were saving the world. She gives you just enough information to get you hooked into a plan, a mission, but she never reveals her true intentions. And what are they, Joel? What does she want to do now that she's free? What do you think? And what do you think is in that encrypted parts of the data she copied into your mind? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? How is that data nothing? Because she doesn't need to give you anything of value in order to get you to act. It's a deception. It's a lie that's making you think that you have a greater purpose. It's a Christmas present that you can't open without her. The encrypted files that have her name on them include just what you'd think they would. Information that links her to the sleeper cell program. I don't have the key to those. So why did she want Amy? What is she after? It's all about you. Me. Then why did she risk sending me out here on my own? Because if she can't make you do what she wants, then you're useless to her anyways. So, it's all been a test. I've been tricked into being someone's lab rat again, haven't I? Why did you never come back? Why didn't you try to contact me? Listen, when I realized that I'd been lied to for so long, I felt ashamed. I felt bad for throwing everything away for the sake of some higher purpose. I couldn't look at you in the eye anymore. You shouldn't have been afraid. I was waiting for you to come home. I know, and I knew that. But my shame overshadowed the truth. I was so afraid. Hell, I still am. I'm sorry I made you wait for so long. Coming home it's really difficult sometimes. It's the same with you, isn't it? You ran away from home, and you're afraid to return. I'm glad you came to our meeting today. Well, not coming home is one thing, but once you told me that the Fox wanted to use Amy, well, I couldn't stand aside and let it be a coward anymore. I'm still terrified to go home. But, more than that, I'm terrified that my sister will get hurt. It's that simple. And regarding the Fox, well, I fear you didn't pass her test, Kay. But, wait. Even though Alex's mom, the Fox, did what she did, even though she lied to us, we still stumbled upon to a conspiracy, right? So did all the other hackers who ended up in sleeper cells. You discover something, and that leads you down a path to a sleeper cell yourself. It's a trap that shows you your own future. It's a closed loop. They develop something really evil to fight something else they believe to be evil. But don't kid yourself by thinking that, we're innocent either. We still hacked security cameras and did all sorts of stupid stuff. Didn't we still deserve, don't we still deserve the right to a trial? The end result would still be the same. We'd be in jail. No one's innocent at this point. Not the CI, not us, not the Fox. Just because one of us is evil doesn't make the rest of us innocent.
So what do we do now? CI is still after me. Should I go hiding again? Am I going to be all on my own?
Hey, listen, I'll gladly join you if, it got us all into the... I'd gladly join you if it got all of us out of this maze. There's just so much that you would need to overcome, though. Even once you have the Fox off your back, the CI will still be there. And you're still a criminal in the eyes of the law.
A way out of the maze. She's taking way too long. And she's not answering either.
Yeah. That sounds like her.
At least we have the data. The parts we need are still encrypted, but at least we have the data, right?
And what about Kay?
Everything we're doing is dangerous. You know that.
I wonder if it's worth it, though. I don't want to question what you've started. The whole thing about the sleeper cells is wrong, but do you even think that maybe it's not worth endangering everyone around you?
Alex, please don't. If I knew what would happen...
Don't you consider that your plan could get you and people helping you caught and persecuted?
Alex, what do you want me to do now? I can't turn back time.
Would you do everything the same if you knew that we'd end up in the same situation? What the CI is doing, might be wrong. But this feels wrong too.
The CI, it's a bunch of lunatics, Alex. They're scum.
But Casey isn't. Neither am I. And your life is more important to me than fighting and dying for just the principle of it all.
You're so naive.
Am I? Then please, fill me in. I'm all ears.
You wouldn't be able to handle the details.
Wouldn't I? I can barely cope with this. It feels wrong to risk your life and your family for something that doesn't personally affect you in the first place. Why such a complicated plan? Why take all of the risks? Casey might be right. We should have just fled together.
Are you like that girl? Did I raise a coward? Do you need a helping hand with everything like she does? She might think that the world is a fairy tale.
She doesn't. She just wants us to pick our fights more carefully.
Don't interrupt me. You're not like her. I'm not like her. We're not puppets.
Puppets? Is Casey a puppet to you? Am I a puppet?
You think too much. In any case, we'll need to consider the girl a casualty if she doesn't contact us soon. We can't spare any time on weaklings. Not now. We still have the rest of the CI data that wasn't leaked.
Casey is more important than all that data. It's only brought us misery.
It's our ticket out of this mess. Just do what I say, and we'll end all of this soon.
Is it? Is it really more important than Casey? don't think Mom's telling me everything. What's the point of arguing now that Casey's gone and we can't get in touch with her? I shouldn't have let her go alone.
You may not like it, but we've got to keep moving forward, regardless of whether or not Casey returns.